Race 5 this afternoon, 1 mile and 1/16th on the Tapeta. These are claimers in their 4-year-olds and upward, and we scratched the 1, the 4, and the number 13. And the current favorite up there right now is what is it? Yeah, number 7, the Swan Lake. So let's start with that one. We'll show you stat real quick, and then we'll talk about it. And let's see that stat. See what we're dealing with the number 7 horse in here, Swan Lake. Of course, trained by Jose D'Angelo. And there you see the stat. First after claim to Peter Roots, 22%, 63%. You knew it would be good numbers, so now we'll talk about it. Looks like the one to beat, basically.
Yeah, he is. You're going to take a short price coming off of 3 victories in a row. And the thing with this horse is he's been in such good form, but that was with the trainer Carlos David. So what is Jose D'Angelo going to get with him here today? Jose D'Angelo, like that stat shows, very, very good. The claim, and a horse that has just really found his second stride. It's really impressive to see just every single race he's rattled off, and he looks the one to beat in the penultimate race before the Rainbow Six.
So, Lawn of War, the number 11, you don't know what you're really going to get. This one for 25 last time out, sort of, takes a jiggy jog around the track, drops today. That was a good race. Dylan Davis jumps aboard. What do we get on this horse on the drop?
Hopefully a better effort. I think that he has so much back class, and it's interesting just now as he's 7, a newly turned 7. It just seems like maybe his form, his better days, maybe a little bit behind him. Last year, he was pretty impressive on the grass course, and on the Tapeta here, does have 2 wins locally, but that was some time ago. So you wonder just kind of where it, like you said, what kind of version you're going to get of him. You're going to hope that it's a version that's in the front or close to it.
Now, what you always like to say with the number 8 Mamza, when did the light bulb go off last time at 40 to 1?
Yeah, that was shocking, right? They put this horse on the lead, and he got brave out there. It was really impressive. Mobu was really good that day, but look, this horse has numbers that fit here. Joel Santiago, not a lot of horses, not a lot of wins, but everything that he does have, they're pretty live. And look at this guy here in the paddock. He's feeling good.
What about the number 3 horse in here? And that's Elusive Knight. And Elusive Knight, Billy Theranos comes here, tries the turf for 35 condition claimers. Boom, drop down, put him on the Tapeta. He's run okay in the Tapeta up north.
He has. He really has, and I think that it's good that he got the race out of the way. Man, this Bill Theranos barn, such a good barn at Woodbine, fantastic here during the championship meet. Cannot seem to connect right now, and it's hard to play a barn like this when they haven't caught their stride yet.
Yeah, and if he does today, you're going to get 18 to 1 with it. That Leo Salas will be in the saddle. So, interesting race. One race before, as you mentioned, mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six. They're expecting like $4 million in the pool. So, make sure you get your tickets in for both this race and then get your Rainbow Six tickets in. Good luck.
Stepping onto the track now for race number 5, the 5th race on Tapeta track at Amaiba the 16th. Scratch the 1, 4, and 13. It's a field of 10. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double and pick 3 wagering. Post time for the 5th in 5 minutes at 2:16. 5 minutes until post time. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention for a moment, please, for a late scratch announced for the first time here in race 5. Acting by order of the stewards on vet advice, scratch number 5, Gentleman Jerry. Number 5, Gentleman Jerry, a late scratch from this, the 5th race. If the 5 was your choice in the daily double or pick 3, you'll get paid on a consolation. If you had the 5 in any other wager, you can return to the window and exchange that for a horse who will be racing. The 5 will not. The horses are approaching the starting gate. 1 minute. The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 5, starting leg of a pick 3 on Tapeta track at a mile and the 16th. Swan Lake is a 6-5 favorite here for trainer Jose D'Angelo and jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. Swan Lake in the colors of Mosh Mark. Moving forward in the pink is Honesto. Gary Barber pink colors worn by Dylan Davis on Lord of War. And then draw on the outside, Spites per Colmete will complete the line. It's a field of 9, and they're in line at Gulfstream. And they're off. Excellent start outside for Lord of War, who heads off for the early lead. He can't clear the inside traffic as Swan Lake is marching to challenge. Mumza comes away in the top flight. He's now third. Moving up toward the inside is McMoney. He's in the orange colors in fourth, about 4 lengths from it. Out 3 wide is Honesto. Working between horses, Tis a Prince, and the Doorman is nearest the inside. Spitesburg Comete is second last. The early trailer is Elusive Knight. The early lead belongs to Lord of War. Lord of War and Dylan Davis have worked clear to lead by a length and a half, and now they can move it over to the inside. Off the inside and moving to a flanking roll is Swan Lake from second. McMoney is third. On his outside goes Mumza from fourth. It's a gap of a length and a half to a well-settled Honesto. Down at the inside goes the Doorman. Shuffling back is the gray Tis a Prince. Elusive Knight is toward the back of the field with Spitesburg Comete as they went the opening half mile in 47 seconds flat. They get ready to swing now to the far turn. Lord of War leads by half a length. Swan Lake is there second. Yellow Blinkers, Mumza third. McMoney at the rail is now fourth. Honesto is there fifth. Spitesburg Comete gets started on his outside. Elusive Knight is underway from last, passing the Doorman. And now at the back of the field, the trailer is Tis a Prince as they reach the top of the stretch. Working overtime, Lord of War, but he's still in front. Swan Lake is second. 2 back to McMoney together with Mumza. Spitesburg Comete, red cap on the far outside. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Davis asks for a kick from Lord of War. He still has the lead. Swan Lake flat to the boards to get by. McMoney on the inside. Down the center, Spitesburg Comete. They come past the 8th pole. Dylan Davis trying to get 1/16th more from Lord of War. Spitesburg Comete diving at him. Lord of War hangs on to win it. Mumza's going to win the place picture over Spitesburg Comete third. McMoney is fourth. Swan Lake faded late in 142 and 1. Number 11, Lord of War, was the winner. Number 8, Momza, was second. Number 12, Spitesper Comete, third. Number 6, McMoney, fourth. Number 7, Swan Lake, fifth. 11-8, 12-6, 7, Lord of War, 142-1. Returning to the winner's circle now, Gary Barber's Lord of War. Mark Casse, the winning trainer. The winning jockey is Dylan Davis by Sky Mesa out of Nazarene by Not For Love. Bred in Kentucky by Sean Mojadali. Lord of War, 7-year-old Dark Bear Brown Gelding, wins and gives Team Casse their second training victory on the day. Owner Gary Barber for 2 wins on the afternoon. Lord of War wins here at a 7-2 price. Race 6 is next. It starts the Rainbow Six. We're on the turf at a mile trip. Scratch number 3, My Boy Tony. It's a field of 9. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double, pick 3, and Rainbow Six possibility. It's Rainbow Six time. The stage is set for a major pool. We have a carryover of more than $500,000, and it all must go today. Exacta 158.40, trifecta 286.65, superfecta $2,013.40, 201.34 for a dime. Consolation double with the 5 Gentleman Jerry, who was a late scratch, $10.40. 311 double, $54 even. Consolation in the pick 3, 935, 22.60. Actual pick 3, 9311, 58.80. Pick 4, $412.85. All 5 in the early pick 5, $1,419.50. 142-1 for Lord of War. It's Rainbow Six time with race 6 next.
It is now Rainbow Six time. Goal of the Rainbow Six is to pick 6 consecutive races, and if you're lucky, landing the one unique jackpot triggering ticket. If the unique ticket is not hit, 70% is paid out on that day, and 30% carries over to the next day. It is now time to play Gulfstream Park's 20-cent Rainbow Six.
On the turf, and these are starter allowance runners. And scratch the number 3, my boy Tony in here, and Brian. 1.7 million already. Got to get your tickets in. Everything must go today. So a lot of fun. I know you put a couple in. I got mine in. So let's take a look at first my ticket. Started there.
You're the boss.
$72 here. You'll see I went 5 deep in this opening leg. I like a lot of horse in here, wide open. We'll talk about that race. 7th race, my top pick is the 6, solid left. Race 8, just 3 deep for me in there. Top pick the 3. That's my long shot today. Perilous for Antonio Sano. Race number 9, my single is Bold Journey for Billy Mott. And then race 10, just 2 for me in there. I think they're the logical 2, the 5 and the 8. The 8 being my top pick, Jefe de Obra. And then the last, I went 3 deep with the 3, 7, and 4.
All right, we'll take a look at my ticket, and then we'll take a look at Samantha's. I'm going to go 4 deep here, but I'm pressing the 7. And I'm pressing the 9 a little bit. I like the 7 a lot. Race 7, you can see I'm spreading 4 deep in that spot, a good 3-year-old maiden race. I'm on the outside with Muraba, the 8. In race number 8, 2 deep there. 6-1 is your order. I do double scratch into both of those horses. I lost my top 2 picks in that race. Best bet of the day, right in the teeth of Ronnie's best bet. Race 9, Swervin' for me, the 4. Best bet of my day. Race 10, 3 deep with the 6. That is Born Flashy on top, and a spread a little bit in race 11. 4 deep with the 2, Brown Sugar on top. That's a $76.80 ticket. We'll take a quick look at Samantha's. She's tweeted that out with some thoughts as well. She's 4 deep. Her day is hinging on. It's a horse she liked even before the scratches. It gets helped that much more with the scratches. Her day is hinging on, as you can see in race 8, the 6, Anybody But You, the exciting maiden winner on debut for Brendan Walsh. She's the same price as I am with a different ticket at $76.80. And as Ronnie said coming on the air, $1.7 million. We expect that to double comfortably by post time, which is you've got more than, just trust me, you've got more than 4 minutes to get going here.
Yeah, well, run is up in maybe 4 or 5 minutes, so you got time to get your tickets in there. Getting to this race, Brian, I know you sold on the number 7, Fredo, and I remember talking to you about this horse the other day, and I said, I don't know if this is going to be a long shot or not, but I got to add it to my ticket, and you said, no, I love this horse.
Yeah, I like this horse a lot. I've got him singled on some other tickets. He's probably going to be half that price by post time. Me personally, I think he's clearly the horse to beat. I think he should be favored in here. This is a seismic class drop for Fredo, Ron. He never wins. I get it. I understand it. But I think his form is coming back around. He ran so well last time. He's got the speed to lead or be just off the pace, and he's going to get first run on a horse that's wildly over bet right now. And I'll shift it over to you with the 9. Your top pick, and my other, must-use, King Doro.
Yeah, King Doro, you just look, he comes off a really nice performance. He was 60 cents to the dollar last time drew clear of by 3 lengths. Herrera Ortiz Jr. comes back in the saddle. I'm sure that money, and as Brian mentioned, that's one of the horses you got to have somewhere on some ticket.
Well, without a doubt.
It's as simple as that. Then you go to the outside with the number 10 horse in here, and that's Royal Salute. And Royal Salute, I thought, had a big shot for Brian Lynch. He's going to try to come back after that good performance last time out. I think if things get dicey up front, it's a good trip.
Big price on this horse. He's actually eligible for a 2L. So Brian is running him, really over his head, but it's a confident move by a trainer that rarely, puts a wrong foot forward. So you get a big number here on Royal Salute. He's the type of horse, if you get this thing home in the rainbow, it blows it up right away, Ron.
What about the 5, Inflation Nation, the Irish bred from Mike Maker? Comes off a win, albeit on the turf at Aqueduct.
Mike got going a little bit yesterday. The barn has been really, to be honest, ice cold to start the championship meet. He got a tone home yesterday. He got going a little bit. This is a dangerous horse with a little bit of a blend of speed and stamina.
The number 8, Corsa Ma'am, a course that's up there at 12 to 1. And, Marty Drexler, you never know when this guy's going to pop. He does an excellent job with all his horses.
I agree, Ron. Samantha likes this horse a little bit. He's coming out of a 2L, so he's stepping way up, too. Both the 8 and the 10 are not taking any money at all as we draw in on what is going to be an absolutely huge Rainbow Six.
The horses are stepping onto the track now for race number 6. The Rainbow Six begins here. It's a must-go scenario. In the Rainbow Six, we start on turf at a 1-mile trip. Scratch number 3, My Boy Tony. It's a field of 9. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Daily double and pick 3 wagering to go along with a Rainbow Six offering. It's Rainbow Six time. It's race 6 in 6 minutes at 2:51. Millions up for grabs. Rainbow Six pool has eclipsed the $3 million level, and you still have time to wager. 20 cents is all you need to get involved in a Rainbow Six offering. Pick the next 6 winners and enjoy a big return. Rainbow Six with Race 6 next at Gulfstream. The horses are approaching the starting gate. 1 minute now to race 6 in the Rainbow Six. It must go. 3 million. The prediction was 4 million in the Rainbow Six. Help us get there and send it in now as the horses have moved into line for race number 6. The Rainbow Six must go today. 3.8 million in climbing. Last chance to wager. They're moving in. Mr. Robario has the inside gate. They've put in Cause and Mayhem. Also in line is Fredo. King Doro is heavily backed here. He's 4-5. Into line goes Monica. Corruption will be next. Then King Doro. $4.4 million now in the Rainbow Six offering. Thank you for your support and good luck here. Draw on the outside, Royal Salute will complete the line. Big Pool Brewing, Rainbow Six time in South Florida. All set. They're off. Good start from between horses for Inflation Nation. Moving up on the outside, Fredo. Fredo assumes a narrow advantage in the run to the wire the first time. At the rail, Mr. Robario is now second. Inflation Nation is third. Away fourth and keen is Cause and Mayhem with Royal Salute on his outside. Then it's Corruption, 2 back to King Doro. The favorite is third last. Second last is Two-Way Crossing. No speed at all from Monica. Last of all, they chase Fredo. Joe Bravo and Fredo to the backstretch in front by a length and a half. Inflation Nation is second from a patient Mr. Robario in third. Outside Royal Salute is there fourth. Still headstrong. That's Cause and Mayhem. Alvarado trying to get him to settle down. He's in a good spot, but he won't relax. It's a length and a half to race favorite King Doro, who is outside of Corruption. Then back to Two-Way Crossing, and Monica's last. 23-2 for the opening quarter. They're less than 5 furlongs from home. They have Fredo to catch. He went a half mile in 47-3. He leads by a length and a half. Inflation Nation is second. Mr. Robario third. Royal Salute is fourth. On the outside, Cause and Mayhem still fifth, but still headstrong. Now he just checked and slammed on the brakes. That didn't really help King Doro as he was trying for a similar position, so he's now shuffled back to second last while on a hold, and the trailer remains Monica. They reached the top of the stretch, and Gaffleon just moved on Inflation Nation to try to reach Fredo. These two wheel off the corner 2.5 better than everybody else. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Fredo digs in, tries to hold on. Outside, Inflation Nation not getting to him. Corruption with a rail rally. He's got a shot now. Here's Corruption. And Dylan Davis up late to win it. Fredo is second. It's closer third, either Mr. Robario or King Doro in 134 flat. Winner 4, Corruption. Second, 7, Fredo. 47195 for Corruption for 2 in a row. 134 and 7 100s. In the winner's circle now, the winner for Corruption, owned by Harry Colburn and Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, trained by Mark Casse, the winning jockey Dylan Davis. By Medaglia d'Oro out of Thundering Sky by Sky Mesa, bred by Spendthrift Farm in Kentucky. Corruption's a 7-1 winner. 47195, it's official. Exacta 109 even, Trifecta 152.35, Superfecta 785.70, 78.57 for a dime. The daily double combination, good for $83.40. Pick 3, 66.10. That's a 354 pick 3. The 311 for pick 3, 214 even. Remember, there was a scratched horse in the 5th race. The 6th race is in the books. The Rainbow Six is underway. The 7th race is up next. It starts the late pick 5. These are maidens to the first finish line at a mile and a 16th. Field of 8. They'll be at the gate at 3:21.
It's now time for the Late Pick 5 at Gulfstream Park. Huge pools, a low 15% takeout. Get involved for just 50 cents. If no one hits all 5 races, it can carry over. It is now time for the Late Pick 5 at Gulfstream Park.
Race 7 this afternoon is going to be a 1 mile and 1/16 event on a fast main track, and these are maiden 3-year-olds. Pretty nice bunch of group here, right, for the late pick 5.
Agree.
So late pick 5 kicks off. Hope you're alive in the Rainbow Six, Brian. What'd you say? 1.6 million tickets left.
Yeah, so they've knocked off about 90% of the tickets. Thanks to everybody. 4.1 of new money. That's about 20,400,000 tickets, and as Ronnie said, we're down to 1/6 of one race with a modest upset. There was an odds-on favorite that didn't trip out there, so a lot of people out already, yours included. But that's why we have a late pick 5.
Yeah, and Samantha put a ticket together. Let's check it out right now. And
Exactly.
We'll talk about this race in a moment. She's got a whole thing balanced, and it's even in a rainbow she did with the number 6 horse in race number 8, which is Anybody But You, the Irish bred for Brendan Walsh.
Yeah, very impressive on debut. 2 big scratches in that race are only going to flatter her chances, and you can see in a real tough turf finale, a maiden special weight, she's going towards the inside, the 2 and the 3, and I know she's good for her now. I know she likes Classic Q to wire the finale, and if you need Mark Cassie and Dylan Davis, you are in very good spots because Dylan especially, but the Cassie Barn as well, are just really, really on a tear right now.
Cassie Barn has 3 wins today, and Dylan Davis 2 wins on the day. Maroney up to race number 7. So, and that's one of those horses in the finale with that guys hooking up once again. So getting back to this race, we'll go to the outside with the number 8 horse who started, Brian, with Muraba in here for Safi and Edgar.
Yeah, I'm taking a shot. The board's not agreeing with me, at least right now. Didn't really, kind of ran in spots on the turf on debut, and the fact that he started at 2 turns on the turf was interesting enough. He's by Bernardini out of a Northern Afleet mare. Well, now we get the main track. Very surprising to me. He's not taking any money at all. He's not well received in any of the Will Pays. He's worked well for this. He's certainly bred for the main track. I guess we'll take a wait-and-see approach, and we'll figure it out. But the price appears like it's going to be right on a horse that the betting public just really isn't following today.
You know, I went with the number 6 horse in here in solid left for Brian Lynch. Luis Zayas in the saddle today. Just had that tough post for its debut, going 7/8 of a mile. Getting Lasix was a big price last time out, and as you always say, when they don't bet him, don't play him. He's sitting up there right now. What's his odds at 5-1? He was 15-1 in the morning line. So I guess they're playing him today.
A little bit. The board is so out of whack here. We'll talk about it. The 2 horse, who's 2-1 right now, is the 5th longest shot in the double Will Pay. So I think we're going to see a lot of bobbing and weaving. You said something very significant to me on your horse, Ron. 38-1, and this is a homebred too, not an auction purchase. I can't remember the last time I saw Brian at 38-1. He does get Lasix. He gets an extra turn to work with today as well. He did not run 1 inch on debut after about a quarter of a mile. We'll see what happens today.
Well, the current 2-1 favorite, as you mentioned, is that number 1, and that's Tiger 24 for William Mott, Bill Mott, Junior Alvarado in the saddle. You look at its last trouble line, hesitated at the start.
Yeah, I would expect a lot better from him. He was in the River Thames race for Pletcher, and Vanderbilt was a hot shot, odds-on horse for Brad Cox. So the 14-1 that Tiger 24 was that day is kind of a little misleading. You know, this horse is back on 15 days rest, Ronnie. That is not something that you see all too often from the Hall of Famer Bill Mott. A lot of early money. Like I said, this board is supposed to change dramatically by post time.
Do you make anything out of this horse breaking from the rail in its last race, hesitated at the start, and you think that it's going to affect this horse today?
You know, it could, Ron. I think the good thing for him today at this tricky 2-turn distance, things are going to be, it's a short stretch finish line. Things are going to be a lot more tempered early on, so I don't think he'll need to be as, hell-bent out of the starting gate as you would have had to have been in that 6-furlong sprint.
I want to show you a stat on that 7 horse that you see in there. No escape in this one from Todd Pletcher, and you can see 3-year-old second start dirt roots over the past 5 years. 29%, 67% in the money, 169 is the return of investment.
Yeah, and don't think this horse is cheap just because he started at Tampa. Todd will use Tampa races at 2 turns to kind of get a leg up. We've seen it time and time again. We don't necessarily run 2-turn maiden races that early in the year like Tampa might. So I think this horse could be pretty serious today, and he's taking money too.
What about the other Pletcher will talk as they go to track the 4 Adventurous, and this one with Irad in the saddle, sitting up there at 7-2.
Yeah, he's like $1 favored, and so he's taking money, at least in the will pays. He's by Curlin. He's a half to just a touch, who was a legitimate contender in the Kentucky Derby. Didn't work out, obviously. The Dam won on debut. She won the Grade 3 Comely at Aqueduct. So this is a horse, I think, that could be something. But I don't want to say icy on the board. We'll see. Todd's running 2 in here. So how much can you love him if he's running 2? We'll see. And it's not easy to win on debut at 2 turns. But Irad lands here, and this is a good one to kick off the late 5.
Stepping onto the track for race 7, it starts the late pick 5. It's on the main track at a mile and a 16th. It's a first finish line race. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double pick 3, and late pick 5 opportunity. The late pick 5 with race number 7. It's 3 minutes away at 3:24. 3 minutes. The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Moving into line now for race number 7. 2-1, No Escape. 7-2 on Tiger 24. Adventurous is a 3-1 second choice at the moment. This race starts the late pick 5. Last two up, No Escape, and from the outside, Murabay. Murabay, Edgard Zayas to complete the line. They go to the first finish line. They're at the post. And they're off. Good start. From the inside, Bitter Banker gets the first call. Out in the middle, here's No Escape moving to challenge. Mahavlich is between horses, shuffling back Tiger 24. Murabay gets started in the gold on the far outside. Solid Left is next. The two laggards are Human Desire and Adventurist. Around the first turn they go. No Escape on the outside, Bitter Banker on the inside. They're locked up heads apart. A length and a half to Murabay, who's now racing in third. At the rail, that's Mahavlich in fourth to between horses and Solid Left. A gap of 2.5 to Tiger 24, who settles down behind the main group of runners. And then he is a big margin ahead of Human Desire, who's 2 in front of Adventurist, who's a long way behind. The pace is swift, though, 22-4 for the opening quarter. And on the inside, Bitter Banker taking all the starch out of No Escape. They continue to spar, although Bitter Banker is now encouraged to keep up. 46-3 for the opening half mile. 3 wide, Murabay's had a sweet trip. He's now on the attack. From fourth, it's Solid Left. Then it's Mahavlich. Junior Alvarado getting after Tiger 24 to see what he's got. He's in the purple 3 wide trying to improve. The others are still well back as they round the far turn. They go to the first finish line here, and up front, it's Murabay doing battle with No Escape. Into third is Solid Left. Up to fourth, Tiger 24. Human Desires made a ton of ground from the back for Gaffleone's fifth and still in range. They're a quarter of a mile from home. They go to the first wire. On the outside, Solid Left now takes the lead. Tiger 24 has moved into second. On his back is Human Desire, dropping back Murabay, and they're on their way home. Tiger 24 tries to reach Solid Left, is 16th out. Solid Left is in front. Tiger 24 is second, but his time has run out. It's Solid Left at 5-1. Solid Left and Louis Saez by 2 in the end. Tiger 24 fired, but was second best. Human Desire third. Closer fourth, Adventurous came from a country code behind. He's in a picture with stablemate No Escape for the Super in 1:45-1. Now returning to the winner's circle, the winner of the 7th race, number 6, Solid Left, by West Coast out of Solid Appeal by Successful Appeal. Owned and bred by Susan and Jim Hill. Trained by Brian Lynch. The winning rider, Luis Saez. Solid Left, 5-1 winner. 145 and 1. 6, 1, 5, 7, and 4. Race 8 is next. $3 Tropical Turf Pick 3 begins here. Scratch 7, 9, and 13. It's a field of 10. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Daily double pick 3, late pick 4. $3 Tropical Turf Pick 3 wagering. 8th race post time, 3:52. Exacta $50, trifecta good for $77.85, superfecta $534.30, $53.43 for a dime. The daily double $164.80, the pick 3 $565.60, 145 and 1 for Solid Left.